Hi, welcome to the Great Unicorn Hunt. As you know, we have series of conversations going with the budding entrepreneurs and the startup founders and our the Great Unicorn Hunt forum. Now today we have a founder of Inkclick, Ankit Sanan with us. Welcome to Great Unicorn Hunt, Ankit. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Shikha. Thank you for having us. Thank you, and it's pleasure.
Thank you. So Ankit, today I'll just quickly start with the rapid fire round of questions we have for you. So all set? Should I?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. So first of all, I'll just put forward a first question that what is the pain point which Inkclick and Inkclick team is solving?
All right. To bring to a couple of pain points, I'll just give you a premise of what we're doing. So, 50% of the world's population at this stage uses social networking. And if I may ask, have you ever learned anything online in your past, or you want to probably learn in the future? Most of the answers would probably be coming as yes. It's a $347 billion market. And also, there's another thing that I would like to ask you. Do you know what Web3 is, or what blockchain enabled technology is going to do in the future of internet? That's also a very hot question amongst a lot of people. So we at Inkclick are trying to solve these three things under one platform. And to address the pain points, that's where we will start addressing that. If there is a lot of social networks in the market, why is there no social network which is pertained directly to learning? And that's the focus segment of what Inkclick is going to be working on. If there is a lot of e-learning platforms which are available on the in the globe, which do great content and great services with multiple options to a lot of consumers, but it leaves a consumer rather confused at times that am I supposed to go to one platform or the other platform, and at which stage should I go to one platform and not the other? So we are trying to solve that by bringing the learning space into a marketplace module within Inkclick. And of course, we have enabled further, we're working on enabling blockchain enabled technology, which is going to be rewarding in the sense to engage with the users, and also content decentralization.
That's incredible, Ankit. Thanks for answering that. Now, my next question would be what exactly are your strategies to solve this problem? What are you doing currently to it?
Right. So if I were to say, we were in development for about 2.5 years. We launched about 4 months back. We're showing some great amount of market fit with schools and colleges really tapping onto this platform, because it's a free to register platform, which is one thing great, and is going in hand with a lot of thought of what the schools have been wanting for. It's a platform where you see and consume learning content. Purchase of something is something that you want to do at a stage where you make a plug and play choice of what you want to learn and from whom you want to learn. So that's something that we're doing. It's tapping on to a lot of users. We've got about 36,000 users in about 4 months. 62 plus schools and colleges have become members. 9,000 plus educators are on the platform, and we have about 36 edtech and business affiliates who also sell their services via us. So that's one major factor with which we are getting into the market.
Oh, that's nice. Really good to know the numbers and the tractions you have gained in last 4 months. So that's incredible. Now, this third question I put forward to you, Ankit, would be like, why do you think that what you are doing is actually working, and what is the upsides in the business which you are facing right now? So,
All right. So, to before you start off with any business, you must always base the premise of what you should be working into and what space you want to be working into. So we did a good amount of study related to that. We saw businesses and we worked on our strengths, like my strength being into technology and finance and economics of the business. Parul's, who's the other co-founder, it being into affiliations, business partnering, and related to that. Our family background comes into it from education, but we ourselves are not content creators. So we felt that, okay, we need to tap a market which is already flourishing with great content, but bringing it to the user is what the connect was missing. And that's where we wanted to work with. We did some surveys amongst schools. We did surveys amongst the communities that we live where, and tapping into parents and how they feel, how learning should be perceived, not only for their children but also their upskilling in their own careers. So everybody had a pain point of why should we be paying subscriptions with 5 different platforms? or you're only relied on Google or a particular website of a platform to seek a question of what I should be doing for myself or for my ward. So those were the reasons why we got into this, to bring the pretext to it. And why, and the upsides of why doing it in the way we are, is because we wanted to create a free platform to get onto. Let the learning content be a part and parcel of our lives. That was the objective. And thereafter, you want to purchase something is a learning choice that a person makes on as an educated decision that he might want to do, and again, from anybody or any service provider that he might like to. Considering, we are such a platform, we're tapping onto a lot of users, and that's definitely an upside being a free platform. We also have multiple revenue streams identified for this reason, not only through just the sale of content, but also because being a social network, we have multiple revenue streams that we've identified and which we'll be monetizing through.
Oh, great. Thank you, Ankit. Now would be like, I would want to know, like, what is your TAM, what is your SAM? So that's target addressable market and serviceable market. So if you could give a brief about it too.
Right. So globally, yeah, we know social networking and edtech and advertising. I didn't tap onto advertising until now by saying that's a revenue stream as well on the platform, which is a part of any social network. But we'll of course be a dedicated space for advertising, being that the target user is going to be anybody who's in the learning space or a stakeholder who's involved into learning. Third and fourth, of course, so all of fourth being the blockchain and Web3 enabled technologies, but that we're going to foresee to bring in all these markets. Individually, there are more than $200 billion markets, and they individually grow at one grows at 15% CAGR, or even at higher rates for some industries. But they are renowned and they're known as world's biggest industry markets. So even if we focus on an addressable market within India in the particular, in a very short time span, we're looking at a $1.95 billion addressable market, and a total TAM would be close to more than 400 billion.
Oh, great. Thanks. Now I would want to know, like, why you feel that the team you currently have is the best team to work on your vision and mission.
All right, that's a very nice question, because why I always have very honest opinion on this. Not one person makes a team, or not one person makes a business either. It's what we build around that team, and what we as founders or our prospective investors will bring into the product is going to be what will make the future of Inkclick or any other business that we might be into. So say, like I said, if my strength was in technology, my strength is into finance and business, Parul's strength is something into affiliations and related matters to that. Further on, you build a team beyond this, and of course work on your core values of we being persistent, we being resilient, we being visionaries, to make what we actually believe in. And then of course the investors and everybody else associated will add on to the value that we already bring to it.
That's a great belief, Ankit. So I would now, like, every startup or every business would have its own risk, its own set of risk involved. So what are the risks which you foresee in as per your business model or your business industry?
Right. So the day we set out on this business, it was a global vision. It wasn't something that we were creating that I will create something in 2 months and I will start monetizing it in the fourth month. That's not what this business was perceived with. It has taken about 2.5 years of development. A good amount of effort and investment has gone into creating such a platform, which is enabled with machine learning, artificial intelligence, user data, content, multiple verticals of technology, and feasibility of multiple revenue streams, and the ability to function or change or add value propositions into the platform, which is so essential in any business these days, because you have to, in your business life cycle, you have to continue evolving. So that was one thing that we did by purpose. And where I see a risk or a shortfall, which some people might consider, is because the product is big, it's huge in its vision. So both we, the investors, or anybody who's going to be associated in the business also has to be of that similar mindset, that we would want to be a global player. And it only means that our monetization is going to happen at a stage where we have a large number of user base. Since you are a social network, since you are a marketplace, you are a classic case of having both users and content being on the platform. It's only at that stage you will start with even a small value of $1 or average revenue per user, but 5 million users is going to start giving you the ARR which everybody is looking at. So short-sightedness could be a risk that I feel is the biggest risk that we play with at this stage.
Rightly said. So now I would even wanted to know, like, what are the practices you're following to execute or achieve the milestones you have set for yourselves?
Perfect. So like I said, we've only been 4 months into the market, and with the kind of funds or the runway that we have in our banks at this time, we have rationed out on how we have to scale, and our focus has currently been on content population and user acquisition, which is a major uh, key marker for us at this stage, creating affiliations with other edtech or businesses, and at the same time acquiring members, schools, member colleges onto the platform, and user acquisition, because we're not spending too much on digital marketing. That's because of our the runway that we come with. Having said that, so this is one way which we're running. This is the plan that we're executing. The way we're doing it is, one, we have a school membership program which is doing great. In 4 months we've acquired about 62 schools, like I mentioned, and they see value proposition from the platform. To convert a school being in the education space is something very remarkable, or something which even the big names in the industry struggle to do, is because they see a direct conflict of interest in what the school is doing and what the edtech company is doing. And since we are not an edtech, we are clearly a social networking platform to consume worthy content. We do online competitions with them, we do webinars with them, we engage with the students and their teachers, so they're happy to be on the platform. So that's one strategy with which we are acquiring a lot of users. Secondly, what we are also tapping into is the tier 2 and tier 3 market, which is going to be through smaller affiliate partners that we are identifying in smaller towns of the country, wherein we do offline events with them to acquire their user base in that particular town or village, and thereafter enforce them to be on a platform like this, which will not only expose them to content from that affiliate, but also other services which are on the platform. And thirdly, our plans in getting into the blockchain enabled technology is going to further engage with the users in an incredible manner, in which we perceive that the content will be decentralized. We see that anybody trying to post content and the person trying to consume content will be able to reward themselves in coins, and that will be basically creating a self-sustaining model, that you learn to earn more coins and vice versa. That's something that we believe will create a lot of engagement in the platform, and that's how we are trying to ration out or strategize our go-to market at this phase.
Oh, great. So as you said, you already have enrolled a few schools with and students also, and many ethic professionals also, right? So I would even like to know, like, I'm sure there would be happy customers, there would be some testimonials. So if you could quote any customer testimonials for our reference, would be great.
Yeah, so I'll have to frankly pull that out. I don't have it offhand, but yes, we do share a newsletter on a month-on basis with all our school members. It goes to their principals, their faculties, the students, student members, and what I've read and on the testimonials which are on the platform. They're happy to be on the platform, wherein the objective, they say that it's not only trying to sell something which is the common practice amongst all edtechs, but whereas it is something which is creating value proposition in the learning, growth, and life of a child, and of course even individuals or professionals at a later stage in their upskilling. And this, if I can quote, I'm quoting this from the principal of Sadhu Vaswani Girls School. She's from Delhi.
Oh, great. So Ankit, thanks for all this time and sharing the insights and the practices you follow for Inkclick. We at Co-Founders team and the Great Unicorn Hunt team wish you all the best, and we wish you happy hunting and you get spotted early, really early. So thanks for being with us on this forum of ours. We wish you all the best in your journey. We
Thank you
sign.
very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Signing off, Ankit. Thank you.